Success does not come from being able to, but from not being able to do otherwise. For me, the entire essence of extraordinary success is hidden in this one sentence. More thoughts on that later in the video. Yuri Rodionov and I stayed in Mexico for another week. We first flew from Morelia to Mexico City and then traveled about 3 hours by car and lots of traffic to Cuernavaca, which is in the state of Morelos. Cuernavaca is also on average 1,500 meters above sea level, which still means difficult conditions, but compared to Morelia, the ball is easier to control. The courts and the hotel were on the same site, which was certainly pleasant for the players. Unfortunately, not for me. I had to move to the second hotel, as all the rooms in the complex were occupied. But my hotel was also fine. It was just the transportation service with only one car that meant longer waiting times. Yuri also brought a cold with him to Cuernavaca, which was a bit of a hindrance in the preparation. Another Austrian, Max Neuchrist, was here in Mexico, and in addition to a few sessions in preparation, Yuri also played doubles here with Max. After the draw came out, it was clear that Yuri would play against the qualifier in the first round and would therefore start on Tuesday. Back to the roots for success. What does the word extraordinary mean? That's right, anything but ordinary. In our more uniform society, this quality has unfortunately become suspect. If we look back in history, we have to recognize that consistently crazy people in a positive sense have achieved extraordinary things. So why should sport, and tennis in particular, be an exception? Why have Federer, Nadal and Djokovic been able to achieve such accomplishments in the last 2 decades? In my opinion, certainly not because they are people who go with the flow. So we should keep our eyes open for children and young people who don't conform and are perhaps even considered a little crazy. If these people are able to steer their characteristics in the right direction, perhaps something special can emerge. There are no guarantees, but it should be worth a try. Back to Cuernavaca, the city of eternal spring, how Humboldt used to call it. Yuri Rodionov played in the first round against the French qualifier Paris. It was a close match in the end, although Yuri had most of the match under control. An unnecessary break at the end of the second set brought the third set, where Yuri then won 6-4. The timing of the serve was still an issue for Yuri. The reasons for this are recognizable and explainable, but the correct implementation is still causing Yuri problems. With a practice day until the next match and a doubles match, there was still time to work on it. Slava Belinsky and Sebastian Sorga had a week of practice in Vienna. As the weather was still too cool, the players switched back to indoor sessions on hard court. It was a good, intense week, and with better weather it should be possible to switch to outdoor courts next week in Vienna. Back in Mexico, Yuri played in the second round against the qualifier Catri from France. Unfortunately, this match had a little history on Yuri's part. After his first round, Yuri got stomach problems in the evening and it didn't get any better. This of course weakened him, and at the beginning of the second set he said that he was already at his physical limit. By taking more risk, he was able to win the second set, but obviously lacked the necessary energy in the third. As a result, he gave up at love 4. It would certainly have been possible to finish the match from the outside, but Yuri had to stand on the court and stand by his decision. So these 2 weeks were certainly not what we had hoped for. Apart from expenses, there was little else, which unfortunately is often the case in our business. Thank you for your interest and see you in the next video.